Are you currently seeing someone and find yourself wondering whether this is it? Do you ask yourself questions whether the person that you're currently dating is right for you? If so, then watch this video to find out more. Hi my love bugs, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruby Dal. I am an author of 5 books of poetry, prose and bite-sized self-help. I write about healing, self-love, self-care, relationships, love, moving on, mental health and so much more. You should be able to pre-order my most recent book, which is called Between Us, from the link below in my captions. I would absolutely love if you guys bought this book because it's got so much useful advice, so much useful information and just great writing pieces on there about all the various themes that I talk about. So you guys genuinely love the videos that I make about love and relationships. Like, you really enjoy them, you devour them, and it makes me so happy because I'm like, okay, so there's something that I'm sharing that you're benefiting from and enjoying reading and liking. So I thought, let me make another video about love, relationships and so on, more specifically when you're dating someone or speaking to someone new and trying to find out whether they're the right person for you. So there's different ways of knowing whether someone's right for you, you know, whether when you're initially talking to them, whether you're in a relationship with them, or when you're in the cusp of dating. Now, dating can be anything from weeks to months, sometimes even, you know, a year or two, depending on how people like to go about it. I usually see it as like a couple of weeks, I guess. I'm not too sure, but it literally varies. So especially when you're like trying to ask yourself questions about whether they are the one, I would definitely see it as more of a couple of months thing. And this is the question that you ask yourself when you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to turn it into a relationship, whether or not you think this is going to work in the long term, in the long run. And that's the kind of questions that you ask yourself. Are they the one for me? Am I with the right person? Should I be investing my time into this in the long run? Of course, it's very confusing because when you're initially getting to know someone, especially as a millennial, as a Gen Z, you ask yourself all these questions about, should I message them first? Should I not message them first? Is this right to say? Is this too much information? And then when you get past that stage, you're obviously dating and you're like, okay, the initial weeks have, you know, gone. Now I need to ask myself, am I investing my time and my energy in the right person? Well, here I am with some useful information and useful advice on how to figure out whether the person you're dating is right for you. So, what are the signs that the person that you're seeing is right for you? Well, number 1. They are good listeners. If the person that you're seeing actively listens to you, asks you questions about your interests and dreams, wants to know about your family and friends, you know, wants to know about how your day's going, how's your week going, and what problems you're facing in your day-to-day life, then there's a high chance that they're the right one for you. Because if you're dating someone who monopolizes the conversation, barely ever listens to you and doesn't want to know more about you, then there's a high chance that once you get into a relationship, this is only going to get worse. It's literally going to continue being about them and not about you, basically. Number 2, they don't want to change you. Yes, there are certain characteristics that we like to change about people. There are things that, you know, we don't appreciate about every single person. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'd love to change about my brothers because they're so annoying. However, when you're dating someone, if that particular person acknowledges that there are different characteristics to you, things that are a surprise, things that are new, for instance, like, you know, I'm very weird, so if I was dating someone, my weirdness, my clumsiness would be like, oh, okay, this is something new about her. But if they don't try to change you in any way, if they say, yeah, this is a characteristic about this particular person but I'm not going to change them, then they are a keeper. If in the initial stages that you're dating someone or seeing someone, they indicate that you need to improve yourself or that there's certain changes that will make you a lot more admirable, then there's a high chance that they're not with you for you. They're with you for the potential of what you could become. And that's not a right person to be within a long-term relationship. Number 3, the balance will be in their favor. When you're dating someone, your body's going to ask you more than once whether this particular person is right for you. Now, this is your body and mind's way of telling you to stay safe and do what's right for you, not waste your time, and just your body's general way of kind of warning you to danger. So in those particular moments, what your mind's going to do is weigh the pros and cons. So there may be several things that you're confused about the other person. Obviously, we are going to be confused when we get to know someone new. There's going to be things that we're not completely sure of, and there will be several of those. However, you're going to find a lot more reasons to be with them than reasons to not be with them. And that's how you know that the person that you're dating is right for you, because the balance will be in their favor. Number 4, they will lean on you for support, and you will too. Yes, men often find it very difficult to open up, and that's because of the walls that they've built around them, and this is mostly due to the toxic masculinity that society has placed on top of them and all these expectations that we put on them. But if you're with someone as a woman, with a man who shows signs of opening up about their past trauma, about their feelings, about their emotions, about their family, as well as their vulnerability, and they also create a safe space for you to open up about your feelings, emotions, and vulnerabilities, then there's a very, very high chance that you're with the right person. And if you continue to get to know this person, get into a relationship with, they will definitely be very understanding of all your personal struggles, and they will open up to you as well. Number 5, they will do the work to make you feel loved. This one is so important because we put so much effort into getting to know people in the beginning that once you get into a dating ship, once you have gotten to know them already, it's almost as though you stop putting the effort into them. You stop calling them every day, you stop texting them, you stop planning dates, you stop making them feel special. And sometimes once you pass that initial getting to know stage, people lose their interest and the amount of effort that they put into the other person. Now this will be the breaking point for you. At this point you will realize whether this person is the right one for you or not, because if their effort significantly reduces, if after going from the getting to know stages to the dating stage, they stop putting that much effort into you, they stop making you feel special, you'll realize where it's headed. It's literally a downward slope from there, because effort only just decreases with people like that. Because if the person that you're dating puts effort into you, whether it's 20 extra minutes on the phone, whether it's getting you flowers, whether it's making the coffee when you go out on a picnic, there are a huge indication that this person is going to continue making effort into you even as time goes on. But remember that the amount of effort that they put into you needs to be reciprocated as well. If they're doing all the hard work, if they're constantly planning dates, if they're constantly taking you out, if you're the one that's enjoying all the fruit of their effort and you're not putting anything in return, then they could ask themselves whether you're the person for them. They can ask themselves whether the person they're dating, i.e. you, is worth it in the long run. So you need to do the same amount of work that they do to make them feel loved as well. There are so many other signs that will help you understand whether or not the person that you're seeing right now is the right one for you, whether that person is worth you putting the time and effort into getting into a relationship with, giving your future years to. But I feel like these are some of the most significant ones, and I wanted to talk about them in detail. If you've liked this video, please let me know, and if you want to watch another one just like this one, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share, and I will see you all next week. Adios. Yes, men find it often to... Sorry.